Mark?
You know, I know it's getting late, but we've got to keep going because we've got a few more speakers, and these have all been such inspirational messages. So will you bear with us? Will you stay with us a little longer? Our next speaker is Rick Miller at Central Minnesota Sustainability Project. And he's helped a lot of people with gardening, helping Somali immigrant families to work a little plot of land. And that was always a love of Larry Haws as well with the Parks Department. Make sure people could raise some vegetables for their family. So Rick, it's all yours.
This is working, right? Okay. Kelly asked me to speak or to tell a story or two, and I had a couple really good ones I thought about telling, but there was something in me that wanted to tell the family and to speak to Larry about how much they have meant to this community. So I wrote a letter, and Kelly said 5 minutes, and I wrote the letter and I read it, and I had it down to 20 minutes. And so I've been working on that, and then I came here today and somebody said 2 to 3 minutes. So if you look at this, that's what's left of the letter. There are a lot of good thoughts here, but I'll get right into it. And I do want to say, I want to cut to the chase here. Some of this may not all make sense, but I know we need to keep this moving. So I really got to know Larry in around 2008, and I'll pick up on the letter at that time. It was at the coffee house we called the Bean, downtown on West St. Germain Street. There were many a morning that you and I sat for a spell in those tall chairs at those tall tables, with the sun streaming in the storefront, first saturating and then reflecting off the decor of copper, oak, and maple. We talked of local history and of religion, and of the history of immigration in central Minnesota. We talked about a lot of things, and there were always things that mattered to the interest of the work that could be done to create a more livable community and to create a more livable Minnesota. It was there at the Bean that I learned of your belief in the value of diversity in human relationship and your understanding of the relevance of biological diversity to the interest of a healthy planet. Jesus said at the Sermon on the Mount, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." And it was your respectful treatment of the meek and the poor and the disabled and the folks living on the margins of our society that earned my respect for you as much as anything. Jesus also said, and I paraphrase, "How you treat the least among us is how you treat me." The kindness you showed to others, Larry, seemed to be intuitive to you and never strategically employed for your personal gain. You respected power and authority, and though you held your share of it over the years, I never believed you were impressed by it. I vividly remember that smile of yours creeping into the corners of your mouth when some self-absorbed politician of either or any political persuasion began pontificating their personal virtues. Our state and our nation and our community needed your willingness and your comfort in reaching across both the legislative and the community aisle. That need continues. We live in a politically and socially polarized nation. We have no future in seeking to pursue what we judge to be wrong in each other. You were a master at seeing past our perceived differences, in creating relationships of trust and respect, even where differences were based in thoughtfully developed values. Our community and our nation needed that skill, and we will need to embrace it as a model if we are to remain unified in a quest to be a nation committed to justice and hope for our people. And finally, Larry, the character of a man can often be determined by observing his devotion to his family. Everyone that knew you was clear about your love for and commitment to Faye and your family. And that love and commitment was and is a thread that runs through them all. When a family is secure and confident in itself, it is liberated, and it becomes available in service to its community. And you and your family, Larry, have been available to our community. You have been a family living on the cutting edge of holistic and positive change and a model of social and environmental sustainability. And for that, we all owe you a lasting debt of gratitude. We will miss you, my friend, but we are rewarded in the knowledge that you have created a legacy by the integrity with which you walked through your life on this earth. I am heartened. We all are heartened in the knowledge that the spirit within your aura lives on